What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Mxbikes video. You have to excuse my voice a little bit. I am, guess, coming down with a little bit of the winter flu here. So a little congested, but figured I'd take the time and make a little update video for you. We are here at the brand new Baker's factory, and it is so sick, super replicated, as you'll see in the little B-roll behind us. But yeah, we are making today's video on me finally hitting the 600 hour mark. So no better way to kind of pop out and end 2025 on a slightly high note. We're still obviously ripping the 250 as we have accomplished quite a bit on it. Started out in AMS, probably I would say the 200 hour-ish mark, and pretty much ever since been bumped up into the Pro-Am region as Ariel and MXL got rid of their normal AMS class. So we kind of had to step it up a little bit, and that's what we're kind of going to talk about in today's video. Super sick compound here behind us, as you guys can see. It is exactly replicated and has all the tracks that some of the top pros train on day in and day out. So really sick. Really like the scaling they did on this track too. It's more realistic scaling rather than, it's like more true one-to-one rather than what Ariel's doing now. So it's kind of fun on any bike you guys kind of want to ride on. And yeah, so like I was saying, been in the Pro-Am class, pretty much failed to qualify for Supercross last year, and with the topic of debate going into now this year's Supercross season, going into 2026, I don't really know if I'm going to even bother. Motocross last year also was a complete mess. I literally failed to qualify for all the Pro Nationals and the Supercrosses by literally 0.2 of a second half the time. And, if not in the point something, down to the thousands. And, yeah, getting to a really frustrated point into the game, to be quite honest with you, as far as the competitive side goes. Of course, I enjoy the game. I think the game is very fun. I don't know. I haven't been driving with it. I'm kind of feel like I'm missing something at this point, which is what I'm testing here today. We are currently trying out Rax's setup. Those of you in the esports community of the game and the competitive side of it would know Rax, absolutely amazing rider. So what I'm realizing, because I've also tried cam settings, I think I tried cam settings during these clips as well. So going back and forth to like the two, top NA guy and the top EU rider on the scene for 2025, and probably going to be the same for 2026 as well. Yeah, trying out their settings as they are very different than mine. Well, they are different, but they're actually not at the same time. I actually was running most of cam settings most of the time. The only things that I would change would be the lean dead zones. So Rax's setup here runs all of the lean dead zones at 0 and the your main slider at 100. So yeah, it was definitely a big change of pace. However, I kind of, in a few laps here, mind you, I kind of just got the track recently, so I haven't really spun many laps here. We're kind of on this like cornering practice track because I play a lot of MX Simulator as well as of lately. So yeah, just kind of breaks up this game and the frustrations. And as you can see, I'm definitely getting used to the setup because there's a reason that they're running this, and you definitely have to be probably at a lot higher of hour mark in the game than I am right now to like actually get comfortable with these settings. But if you thought the game was super twitchy and very pogo-y before, yeah, these setups right here will absolutely make you think that to the highest power. Basically, I was at a dead zone of like, I think the stock dead zone was like 10. I've kind of never messed with that slider. I kind of just messed with the rest of the settings. and now we are at 0. And yeah, so definitely changes things up quite a bit, especially with moving the main slider to the 100 spot, which is basically going to bring the rider up way faster. Makes the game super twitchy, but there's no input delay at all on these settings. And I noticed that, I guess once you master this is how these guys are the top of their game. What I like about the changes and stuff I've made, because I'm sick of, not qualifying for the other things in Pro-Am. I did pretty well in the MXGP. We top 10 for MXGP Pro-Am, but for some odd reason, I just can't figure out the Supercross, and I'm wondering if my settings were kind of holding me back. So, been playing around a lot with that, but it also makes cornering a lot more challenging, yet a lot more sharper, and a lot faster in the long run. So, it's kind of like one of those things. It kind of needs to happen, right? So right now, I also made a few changes at the 600 hour mark that you guys probably notice. It may look like I'm going a lot slower. I used to run my FOV fully maxed out, and now I have brought it in quite a bit, at least for me. It's definitely, one of those things that is going to take a lot of getting used to, and quite truthfully, I literally did this directly before I shot this video, so I probably spun about 3 laps before firing up the recording here. But yeah, guys, 600 hours in, trying out a bunch of different settings. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily going to stick to the, direct lean 100% and then the dead zones at 0. I think that is like almost too twitchy. Where Cam is running his direct lean at like 65, which actually was a lot lower than I was running mine. But his dead zones are also about halfway compared to how mine were. So going to be a lot less twitchy and, kind of help with the washing out in the corners and stuff like that. I've kind of been most happy with his settings, and then I'm kind of going off of that, in summary. So these clips, I know for a fact I was on Rax's setup, at least his direct lean settings and lean settings, but the rest of the settings should be pretty damn similar to what Cam is running as well. He also runs a lot of amplified strength and gain with it. That's the setting, gain. My bad, guys. So yeah, kind of just toying around with a lot of different things right now. And Supercross, well, that's also another story. We'll head there now. Now, Supercross for me, as we glide on over here at the beautiful Baker's Factory. This compound, guys, I know this video's kind of a little off topic here, but this compound's totally 100% worth buying. It is probably one of the sickest tracks that has ever dropped in this game. Very fun, really gets the gears turning, because like me, I'm very rusty for Supercross and on the 250, and especially on this scaling, this track is very difficult to get around. But Supercross, I'm rusty, so don't mind the gameplay. Also, what I've realized though is that cornering on Supercross on these settings is such an advantage. I'm not going to make the whole video, of course, about settings. I can go on and on about it. So, but that is the main focus of, after I hit that 500 hour mark on the last video that I've done on this progression series, the biggest changes are messing with my setup, because I do believe truly that I'm pretty much absolutely tapped out as far as my settings go. This obviously makes it very twitchy and is a lot to get used to, and I don't know, I gotta kind of balance it out. But I think I've pretty much maxed out my skill on my old settings, if that makes sense. So I feel like there was something else rather than just my skill kind of holding me back. And that's why I'm kind of talking about it and kind of experimenting with a lot more settings than I once was. And never really overthought setup and stuff like that, but realize just your in-game settings, how much it matters, let alone, I also forgot to mention, I am on a full-blown Pro SPX setup as far as the suspension goes. So having, purchasing the packages online with that, I'm not sponsored, it really does make quite a huge difference. And what's nice about it is once you buy it for a bike, if there's any updates or if he makes the setup better for SX or MX, whatever you purchase, and they're still on those OEMs, he actually then emails you another updated setup maybe a month or two later. So it's been really cool because I also get the change setups, kind of can compare the two, or Sergeant Stutter, I guess. It's kind of been nice though. I can kind of compare setups and see which one I'm driving with the best. And yeah, so that helped me a ton. So my original settings, switching over to SPX for an actual suspension setup, has helped me get so much faster at this game. And then now I'm playing around with settings. It's almost like right now I'm at the point of the game where I'm gonna have to slow down to get faster. So learning a lot of different things now, changing up the settings a lot, gonna change the way the game feels a lot. But I'm almost gonna have to go slower, you know, FOV turned down. I'm getting used to a lot of different things. And yeah, so as I continue with all of this, those are the changes that I've made at the 600 hour mark. And yeah, kind of just gonna hopefully start picking up the pace here soon, because I know with all these changes, and once I dial in my settings 100%, I'm on the best suspension in the game. I get the FOV settings right, so it kind of slows down the feel and the pace of the game, so I can make sharper movements and more accurate movements. I think I should be on my way to be a hell of a lot faster come that 700 hour mark. So we'll see what happens. You know, with the game's most recent update in physics, believe it or not, guys, before that, this game had two-wheel drive dirt bikes in it. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but since the update in the earlier 2025, now the bikes are just rear-wheel drive, which, yeah, common sense thing, but I don't know what Pabosa was thinking, but however it worked. That's what we're on now. So definitely a lot to get used to with the physics changes. Traction is definitely a lot weirder, and I'm kind of just trying to find solutions to the change up in, you know, not only game updates and physics updates to the game, but in how the pace is going in the competitive scene, and, you know, kind of what you're going to have to do to remain relevant. So yeah, it's been very challenging. As you can see, I'm pretty much struggling to get around this. Mind you, I haven't really played the game much, especially on Supercross, in about 6 months. So as I took pretty much all of outdoors off, and you haven't really heard from me, and that's just simply because I was grinding in the background trying to qualify for outdoors. And like I said before, just kept missing it just by the hair of my chin. So yeah, hopefully we can dial in and fix the missing pieces to the puzzle here, and hopefully get back competing. And because I would really love to do that on this game. So definitely going to have a lot more content coming your way. Definitely a lot more MX Simulator, as I've just been enjoying that game a lot more lately. But however, make sure you guys stay in the loop. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to all of you. We finally hit 200 subscribers on YouTube since switching from Twitch to here. So I appreciate it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.